Alright everyone, this is part 2 of Beyond Eyes. And once again, we're stuck in the rain.
So I'm Car Dreamer.
I'm Ash, the more important person. Yeah, I stand by it.
And, you know, you watched us do about 3/4 of the game the first video, and as you can see, it's just as good looking as ever.
I mean, I'll never get beyond, I'll never get beyond. I'll never get over the fact that, like, you see things just forming.
Nani?
Check your Zoom or chapters?
Yeah, I can edit that out. Go to there.
Meow. Kitty!
No.
Boxed in, you know there's water around.
I really like is that as colorful and pastel and vibrant as the colors are, it still captures that gloomy, rainy day.
It does, in a really good sense. And the fact that everything's like a pastel pink from when they're forming, you know, where you're walking, I think that's a nice touch because there's almost a somberness to it.
Good word. Good word.
I know words. I am learned, but no, it's... took a couple of art classes in high school and college, and it's just pink is such a underused color for these kind of things. And the fact they use it from the very edge of the white, and it just kind of fades away as you move closer and closer towards it, is a nice, nice touch. Smelled like fish, wasn't fish.
One of those nice little touches.
So, let's talk about trophies real quick. Something you wanted to touch upon last time.
Yeah, it just... The beauty about this game isn't just its art style. I feel like this is one of the few that the achievement list actually kind of enhances the game if you actually were to follow through with it.
And why do you say that? Do you unlock anything particular?
You don't unlock anything per se. I mean, other than the achievement itself.
And maybe like the achievement background photo.
Well, that too. But
honestly, I would.
And they're actually nice photos. Some of them are pretty nice photos, I think. But you know, give you just some examples. You got one. It's called Courage. And it's called. What you got to do is you got to feed the cow by hand. So earlier in the game, there's actually a cow that I think you kind of got in the peripheral when you were playing earlier. But if you feed it, it's called Courage because you don't know what it is. So it's cool that it's making you approach something. Yes, which that's no lead into any other discussion.
I mean, it's going to. But here's the thing, though. One thing I like about these kind of games is it really does emphasize what humanity is afraid of, and that is the unknown. Like, whenever, say, a movie, reality, real life, what's the one thing you're afraid of? I'm waiting for a sarcastic remark from you, but that's not what I'm asking for.
Well, if you ask me a question, you did ask for the sarcastic remark.
I did.
Dollar Tree.
Ha! That's fair. We both worked there at one point. But no, more along the lines, it's what lurks in the dark, not what actually is in the dark. But what is lurking there, hunting you, so on and so forth.
Yeah. No, that is true. Like you said, it's just this fear of the unknown. And to kind of go with that achievement, there was another one that's called Discover Everything's True Identity. Like, for the example, the sewer lid that smelled like fish, you got close to it.
The sewer drain from earlier.
There's a bunch of those throughout the game, and there's one for finding them all. So it's basically explore everything, face your fears, and discover the truth of the world around you, which is pretty heavy.
It is.
For a game about finding your cat.
I mean, and that's one thing I think that really makes this game unique. You know, the stuff that makes you do this stuff. And if you notice in this, I'm not sure if you've actually noticed this, but like in the rain, your line of vision from where you've been and where you're going is limited compared to the rest of the game. See how everything's watching out behind you because you're only able to see what this person apparently can hear.
Yes, and the rain drowns out a lot of your surroundings.
Therefore, you don't know what's going on around you, even if you've been there. Because of the distraction. Which I actually like that touch.
And there's another one, if you remember the dog from our first video.
Yeah.
There's one it's called Bravery. Overcome your fear of the dog. There's a way of doing that. There's one called Persistence. Get a chicken across the bridge. Games and chickens.
Look, chickens, we have our gripes with chickens. And what we thought were swings is actually a carousel. Ferris wheel. Carousel. Creaking, it sounds rusty.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to ride it.
No.
It's a great achievement. It's not very big. It's something that we can go further in detail when we do a review of it.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to touch upon the ones that really kind of add to the game.
Which is not a bad thing. Now, one thing is they could have made this game extremely dark. Because this is, essentially a blind person wandering around the world, and they could have made this a lot darker, and I'm so glad they went for a lighthearted feel for it.
Yeah, I like that it's a heavy story, and the art actually offsets that.
Yeah. And you really can't find much like that anymore. Well, not to this extent, I should say. You can still find them. But, again, I think the whole moral of this game was beyond the unknown. And I like that. Because, look, for example, and this is a completely different game in and of itself, Dead Space. And I use that example because one of the most terrifying things for me is when you went out into space and there was no sounds.
True, yes.
And next thing you know, I'm getting attacked by like a xenomorph or something. Or, and what are they called? They're called like necro-somethings?
Necromorph.
Necromorph, thank you. I keep on thinking xenomorph, it's necromorph.
Same difference.
You're not wrong.
Usually not.
But, the point is, the fact that you can't hear anything scared the ever-living hell out of me. And this is more along the same lines, only with sight.
And it's actually funny, here's a little stretch of nerdism, but,
all the nerdism.
Yes.
All of it.
Well, it reminds me of a particular Star Wars reference.
Here we go.
What did Obi-Wan tell Luke when he was told to put the blast shield down when he trained with the remote in A New Hope? Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. And this is an interesting way of reaching out and extending your other senses. There's a nice little parallel here.
So what you're telling me is this kid has the Force.
You gotta have something to be making this trek for a cat.
So it's confirmed the main character is a Force user. That's funny. Meow. Kitties!
Nani?
And so he goes from a very what she thinks is her cat to essentially was a black cat, and she's terrified of it. I like that.
And notice how the color tone just changed.
Oh yeah,
dramatically.
she's holding herself. She doesn't want to be here. The Force can't help her right now.
Stupid youngling.
It's overall kind of sad, though. You're right there, CD.
Hairball.
Cat buns. He's dying. Need a drink?
Actually, I think I do.
Alright, you go grab one. I'll continue here to be somewhat entertaining. Or obnoxious. I'm not sure how fans feel about me.
They'll turn a blind eye to it.
Blind jokes. Well played.
Thank you. Didn't see that coming, did you?
I mean, the question is, this is in bad taste?
We're D-class. Do we have good taste?
You're right. That's a fair point. I mean, I made you my co-host, so.
That's true.
And one thing I like is, now all of a sudden we go from, like, say, a harbor to what's essentially train tracks in the middle of the valley. Just strange transitions sometimes. Like, I got it from, like, you know, say, the countryside to the city, then from the city to the harbor.
She's gone a long way for this cat.
She really has. And my question is, where are her parents? Where's this child's guardian?
Yeah.
Where's her ghost? This person needs to be directing her. I mean, look, if she can't get back to the tower with the other guardians to protect the world, I don't know what she can do.
Wow, a Destiny reference.
I mean,
now,
look,
that's bad taste in the, like, not a good way.
You started it.
No, that was just bad taste in a good way.
Point stands. She needs some kind of, like, guardian here. A guide. It just feels very odd.
She's using the Force.
I mean, look, I am more than willing to accept that because...
At least have Bob Ross put in a bridge or a path or something.
I mean, look, he gave it to the friendly little birds and the trees. I mean, that's all we can ask for.
Then
Bob
where's
Ross.
Deadpool Ross?
I mean, look, if it is Pool Ross, it would not be as child-friendly. Nor would it have ended as well for this kid. Let's be honest.
This is true.
Deadpool give no shits. Chirp, chirp. Now, I don't care how, you know, brave this kid is. No kid is going near geese without getting bit. Geese are just mean animals.
I don't know. I've never had that experience. They've always been fine to me.
I've had them chase me before.
Yeah, but have you looked in a mirror?
Yes, and I'm quite handsome.
Good night, everybody.
But no, they're just very territorial birds. They are not afraid to get aggressive. For like the dumbest reasons.
I'd like to know where she is because every setting, even the like drearier ones, would be one I would like to visit.
Right? Like, the harbor was kind of dreary in the fact that it was raining, and, you know, things were kind of in disrepair to a small degree. But even then, it seems like it was a very nice place to be. Like, I really want to know where she is right now, because this seems like the kind of countryside I will retire to.
Yeah.
Where I don't have to deal with people. CD.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Without me, you would be lost and confused. Like some blind child out on a trip in the woods somewhere.
There's going to be someone out there watching this video who's just going to write us very angry, threatening letters. And I will laugh, because I'm terrible that way.
They're jokes, people. They're jokes. We wouldn't even be playing the game if it wasn't good.
I mean, honestly, it's just a gorgeous game.
You know, really, who we should be trash talking is Little CD for saying this game sucks.
Yeah, that kind of bugs me that he doesn't like this game.
It's too slow for him.
And, like, that's fair. I can understand, like, him wanting to play a faster-paced game.
But this isn't a game for that.
No, this is something to experience. And I look, you guys see my videos. I play a lot of Overwatch, which is very fast-paced, and I die a lot because I'm not very good sometimes. You know, 75% of the time. But you know, I can, you know, just kick back, relax, enjoy this game, just watch the scenery develop. Another nice touch I do want to point out is the fact that their choice of complementary colors.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can find no better complement to nature than other nature, but the point is, when you see things form, it's with other colors that also go with the hue and tone of that object. You saw the blue on the stone over there. That's for a gray tone, and this is something I learned in art theory class.
You have a follower.
Yes, I do. This is a cool butterfly. Cool butterfly. I get the feeling like one of the birds is going to fly down and eat the butterfly.
I don't know if that would be really sad for this type of game, or I would just die laughing.
Yes?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, quite honestly, it's messed up. But I feel like that would happen.
Now, you already know those train tracks aren't even used anymore if that tunnel's caved in like
Yeah,
that.
seriously. And there's
Which means
foliage.
this is an old village or town.
There's mice. Yeah, it's got to be something from like Old World or something like that, at the very least. Because, I mean, this is all boarded up. There's logs blocking the road. And it's just very interesting to me because I want to know where this is or what setting this takes place in the world
You
itself.
got 2 followers.
Yes, I do. Purple butterfly.
It's symbolic. All YouTube followers are butterflies.
There is a really, really bad joke in there, and I do not want to say it. But like honestly, I'd like to know what location or what geographic place inspired this game. That's something I want to know, honestly.
I think somehow you're gonna have to get across that screen.
Probably. Guys, the one thing that's been standing out is that little waterfall.
What I'm curious is how you went from a rainy pier to a sunny day again on the railroad track within the same day.
With a babbling brook. I mean, it just seems very odd. Play hopscotch. See, this is where I'm actually kind of afraid. Because, to be honest, the developers could have easily made this into a very sad story.
That would have been a really sadistic story.
It really would have.
I would have developed that.
You know what? I wouldn't put that past you. Then again, I know how horrible you are.
That is hurtful. That is mean.
You
It's
know I'm not
spiteful.
wrong.
I didn't argue. That was none of my retorts.
But no, it's just... For a game like this, they could have easily taken a darker turn, and I'm glad they haven't.
And she's all giggly for it.
Yeah. I mean, one thing is, you put an adult in this situation, it would not have I this lighthearted.
I want to just add... I've already mentioned in the first video, I played this game before, so I do know what happens. But at being going through this again as the spectator and having no control adds a whole different sense and experience to it.
Mm-hmm.
That it's very interesting. It really kind of makes you feel like you have no control on the things around you because you have no
Control.
sense of direction.
Yeah. And it's one of those games that you don't get a map. And I like that. Like, this is definitely the kind of game you explore for your own curiosity and enjoyment to see how a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world unfolds.
I'm getting the feeling that she's being stonewalled.
That was terrible.
I know, right?
You're proud of that one, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
There needs to be a guy named Jackson in here.
Well, that's grading.
So, also, history nerd, Stonewall Jackson. Civil War.
Yep.
Up, bird.
History.
Oh! See?
And the color palette just immediately changed again. Oh.
What she thought was, Stonewall's is a graveyard.
That's dark.
Yeah. And she didn't really realize it until she actually, tripped and fell and saw how flat these things were. So, I'm looking at the cat, and it's on a tombstone. I feel like that's a very bad sign. That's her cat's collar? It's kind of sad. So, child scared alone without a friend. In a graveyard.
I'm kind of curious, though, how the necklace just got hung on the tree.
Yeah. And no, this is the first time we actually have some real music. So that pretty much tells us the cat's dead.
Yeah.
That's rather, Aw. Oh, I was wrong. It did take a dark turn. Could have been a lot darker, but dark turn nonetheless. Kind of sad. Oh, that's a note from the developer.
I believe last I read, if I recall, this was actually based on either his own daughter or a family friend or something like that. This was
Wow.
Or dedicated to her.
That's... That's
I will have the more concrete, definitive information when we do the review. But
Okay.
It's been a while since obviously this game's come out and I played it. But
It's still kind of sad, though.
it is.
My question is, like, did they really strive on their own to do all this in terms of, like, is this entire story based off true life, or is it, exaggerated in terms of an experience? Again,
Those questions and more next time.
Cue the DBZ's on, but now we'll have more information regarding that when it comes to review, though.
Yep. And this game definitely deserves a review.
It really
There's so
does.
much to say about it in a more streamlined form than trying to do it while you're playing.
I beat this game in like maybe what?
An hour, actually, an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Not even.
Just short game, and that's me playing straight through. Just imagine all the stuff I missed.
Yeah. At max, it should only take 3 hours.
And that's looking for everything.
That's doing, yeah, that is doing everything.
Trophies.
As well. Well, if you get all the achievements, you did everything.
Pretty much. You know, just, the achievements. Every white spot is filled up. Now, granted, I don't think you can do that for the Harper, I believe, because of the rain.
I think you have to for the Harper. I think for the most part you can. Yeah, the rain will mess it up a little bit. Still throwing balls at the poor girl.
I want to know where the heck this ball went. It was thrown, now it's magically appeared. And now... This bothers me a little bit.
Throw the ball at the blonde girl, hope you don't hit her, and then don't even say anything. You're
Seriously.
waving to her.
At least she's back at her house. I think she got a friend out of it. That's something.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, she lost her one friend. She made a new one in, exchange. That's... Yeah. A little bit more lighthearted. And yet, I would say for this game, there's another theme of it. Is to what does it mean to actually live? I feel like that'd be another thing you could probably cover with this kind of story.
D stands for a lot of things, but is it really going to stand for that kind of depth?
Yes. We're going to make it that way. But no, I would say that because, you could become subdued by fear and stay in your little safe zone or go out and explore and live life. You could argue that for this kind of story.
It's true.
I mean, the child's fear of the unknown, she never would have found her, what happened to her cat. She never would have made her friends.
It's true, all because she was blinded by the light.
And he ruined it.
I have to ruin it. This is too deep.
I mean, it really is a deep, deep game, and I appreciate that, to be honest.
It was good. That's the only reason I was recommending it so much.
No, he was pushing this super hard for me to play, and I am appreciative they did convince me to play it, because I've heard a lot about the game. I've never really put too much thought into it, because I've always had either other stuff I need to do, or other stuff I found immediate satisfaction in playing. Like Overwatch, fighting games, shooters, stuff like that, RPGs. But no, this just paints a beautiful picture in a story, and this has left a lasting impression in terms of gaming for me, in terms of artwork, dedication, how a simple mechanic can make an entire game, and that's no easy feat. Any last words?
No, I think we covered as much as we should in a Let's Play. Hope everybody enjoyed it as much as we did for something different.
Definitely a different game, definitely worth a play. But we'll cover more of that in the review.
And another reason why indie titles rock.
They really do. And we still got that video to do.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm Asher D Class Hero signing out.
I'm Card Dreamer, that other guy.
Still nothing yet?
Still nothing.
Still trying to find your way?
I'm lost and confused, I'm just blind, going wherever.
You can't find a way.
Wow.
I'm not sorry. But anyway, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Tell us your thoughts on this kind of title.